Why what? Oh, Mummy Returns? Because it sucks. If I had a way to get them to play the PS2 game, I would. Our hero, Havoc. Famous for being on the high seas. We're just waiting on one of the players. I'm all set. Looks good. Data East. What? What's wrong with High Seas Havoc? Wait till you see Mummy Returns. I promised I'd yell. Mummy Returns will give me something to yell at. Bernardo the pirate, not Havoc. Havoc is the good guy. Bernardo, the pirate lord. Okay. I'm just clearing my playlist out, waiting for High Seas Havoc. Genesis game, Sonic sort of game, Data East style. Kind of a pain, really. I think I'll go ahead and load up the OST for it. It's fairly popular. Popular enough. It's kind of dopey. Cover art. Starting any second now. Just waiting on confirmation. Players are loaded and ready to go. 5. Oh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Lots of, you know what? I didn't remember those animations, but there's lots of cool art in this game. It looked like it was going to be better than it was, ultimately. This game is mean. Sonic with a health bar. And, equally rude bosses, actually. Just as rude. Maybe, maybe the hardest bosses in all of Sonic are the regular bosses in this. And you don't have rings to help you. That's what I'd say. So the really hard stuff in this game, it's outrageous. It seems like an okay game to look at, but it definitely is harder than it looks. You don't really have any way to deal with most of the enemies. You have a jump kick move that doesn't work too well. Primary attack, and you can jump on enemies sometimes. Not the bosses, though. You have to barely hit them with your hitbox on the jump kick. Of course, the spikes there are instant death. Coming back to the lack of rings. There's some precise jumping. I was beaten stage 1. I believe that it's 2 parts. It might be 3. The first world is absolutely 2 parts, but I think it might be 3. I'm not exactly sure. I cannot remember. I think it's 3 because one of these stages is really bad. But it might just be the boss at the end of this. It's more of the same though. Lots of jumping around. Precise jumping over bits. Walk us through. The balloon dudes are really weird. Their hitbox sucks too. That's Shark Man. I don't know what manner of creature we are, but apparently we can go under the water as long as we like. Unlike the hog, we can just survive down here. Oh, that health bar is not very good, is it? Seal would be my guess. The balloons over the spike pit. I remember that section, man. It looks like the easiest thing in the world, but dealing with it is deadly. Their hitbox just slowly rises in, and if you don't hit it just right, that'll happen, and you game over, and you're going back to Artarushan 1. I wonder if I would say that Mummy Returns is better or worse than this game. That is the Game Boy Classic. Game Boy Color. Mummy Returns. It's portable, it gets points for that. Right? Like, you give it a break for being portable. It's got elements of a game in it. So does this. They're both pretty hard. There's plenty for me to yell at about Mummy Returns. I'll save it for later. Let's focus on High Seas Havoc for now. We have not seen the boss, which is what really made me hesitate on this challenge. I was thinking about cutting the first level out. Just having it be the second level. And then wherever the boss is. I do feel like he's right around the corner. But we're already 6 minutes in, have not spotted him yet, and I do expect that he will wipe out our players a couple of times. I do expect that. And soggy meat. Different than fish. That's too soggy. Why are there enemies that are indestructible than chasing after you, man? What the? This game truly does hate the player. It's absolutely one of those kind of games. The boss, there he is. It's that pup. The bubblegum pup. Lokheira's here with a lot of lives. Has not inflicted damage on him yet. Done damage. Taking damage. He's gonna take like 8 hits. For real. It feels like it should be 3, right? 8. It's gonna be 8. So, cannot trade damage with this bulldog. Must succeed in clobbering him without taking a hit. And that's not too easy because he is quite large and unfair. And even attacking him is pretty risky. Really need to master the jump kick to do it. Fills me with hope that we've already seen the boss in 8 minutes, so ffao's having trouble with this balloon section. I remember it. It is trouble. You can take like 3 hits from any source, so it's just a lot. ffao cannot get through the balloons. Wasted by the balloons. There are power-ups around, and I don't feel like they're going after them. They're probably extra lives and stuff. There is speed-up boots to make you run faster. I don't remember exactly what other power-ups there might be. I think that might be the main one. Not a very helpful one. Oh man, he just cannot seem to get the balloons tactic down. You definitely have to approach this differently than he's doing. One more life for Lokheira, and they'll be back at the start as well. You can always hit him when he comes down. You can always get him once. So that should be a constant thing. There's no reason why he should get away without taking damage. But he just got Lokheira twice, and that's not good. That's not going to cut it. Cannot afford to take hits like that. Oh, Lokheira's back to the start. We're half done, folks. This is the first rude thing that this game does. This whole set of levels really is when we decided this game wasn't as good as it seemed. The first 2 stages weren't too bad. The boss at the first level took 8 hits, which was way too many. And he was getting pretty rough, but he wasn't like this. This boss held us up for a while. And then every level after that got progressively meaner. Difficulty begins to curve in a Data East way. This high sees Havoc. And ffao has died to the balloons again. I want to see Lokheira do the balloons. I want to see how they handle them. They made it through without too much trouble, it seemed like, if they got there with 3 lives. I don't think ffao's made it past the balloons yet. Oh no, he did a roll. Jeez. The decision to make those instant death is killing. This plan of letting him sneak by works on the first set, but not on the ones after that. Oh man, trying to rush it. Game overed. Eight minutes left. I think this is the right soundtrack song. Yeah, the Sea of Deep Sorrow. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Yeah, that definitely is it. We have a different song for the boss. Lots of soundtrack in this game. Genesis twang soundtrack, but soundtrack nonetheless. Okay, Locke is at the balloons. I want to see this happen here if it's going to. Nope, not this time. Got pretty fortunate with the balloons there. Made it through. Fortune's fortune, man. Made it through again. It's twice. And they've already seen this. Uh-oh. Down they go. ffao's making it. ffao is through with full health. Now, I think falling here is real bad news. Do not want to take a spill. They both did. It's a long way back up. This is the dogfight music. These things don't work too well. Man, getting back up there seems almost impossible. Just do not take that first spill, that's the ticket. Oh man. Well, we only get to see the boss one time in a failed attempt. The level itself was a brutal thing. No, it would appear the ffao is there. It's boss time. Can he beat it? Locke is there as well, with no lives left. But he has experience with this mess. Locke is injured. ffao has 1 life left. Locke is trapped. I'm not sure what you do about that. I feel like you can jump over him carefully. With 4 minutes left, time is running low on High Seas Havoc. This is level 2, by the way. It's not like it's some end game thing. It is indeed Area 2. This is the Chemicat Pant zone of High Seas Havoc. With 3 minutes left, they're pushing their luck on how long this takes. Every single one of these songs has this sliding scale in the background as a second instrument. This is a good song. The Chase, level 3. Locke is wasting no time. Yeah, it's a rematch of this challenge. I was wondering if anyone has improved in High Seas Havoc. It would appear that 20 minutes just is not enough time to defeat this boss. We've had 3 shots at him, and none of them came particularly close. It's absolutely a fight that must be done so well that you just don't take damage most of the time. You must be in complete control. You just ain't got the HP for it. Locke is back. So is ffao. ffao hasn't figured out how to hit him yet. It's funny that him going upwards hurts you when jumping on his head doesn't. Time to move on. This game has a lot of problems. I guess the first thing I should say is they have well, they have 1 life each for one thing. But that's whatever. They have passwords of every time they beat a stage, and they can use those. I told them to write down their password. Getting the passwords confusing. We'll talk about that when we get there. So it's not a runner game most of the time. When it is, it's regretful because the running sucks. You have a character choice every stage. You always can pick a character, and each one of them has a different stage. Even when they're both runners, which is the case here in level 1, the running stage is different. They have made 3 games in 1. Here is what they've done. It's bizarre. None of those games are good, but at any point you can switch characters and choose a different stage. Here's the password screen. You have to hold the A button to decipher it. If you release the A button, it hides the password away from you. You have to hold the A button to get the plot translated too. So a kid has to hold down the A button and write down the numbers on the password screen. Sword fighting is one of the worst events that you can land here. It's not random, but it is assigned to this character. This character must sword fight. That's Evie, the wife in this movie, and she must sword fight in level 2 if you pick her, so wouldn't recommend. It's real bad. It takes forever. So the sword fighting is just 5 of these. 5 of these in a row. That's what it is. Block is through level 1. They can get their password. Hope they hold A to decipher it. I think he's writing it down without deciphering it, which isn't good. That's not good. That's gonna be bad news. They both have chosen Evie twice in a row. They've made a terrible mistake. Sword fighting begins again. My notes for this was that sword fighting is the slowest. There's no way out of it but to die. Hey, Sleep Cycles. He didn't get his password because he didn't decipher it. I don't think that's going to work out for him because I don't think it is symbols. I think you do need the numbers. You have to hold down the A button or you don't get the real password, I think. So, High Seas Havoc versus this, which one's worse? There is one more game type we have not seen. It is an arcade shooter on the Game Boy Color. It's a Time Cops kind of game. It's like a, like Time Crisis, where you hide behind objects and shoot things. Oh, he's chosen the gunner. I didn't actually know about this game type. This one's new to me. I don't know how it'll be. Just run and gun. Looks like ammo's an issue. But at least you have a goal meter. The important thing for sword fighting is that you just don't take damage. You just have to beat so many guys. You can't really speed it up much. You just have to beat that many guys. So you just kind of do your best. ffao is half empty on bullets here. Completely empty, actually. It looks like he can shoot still once in a while. I was wondering how that would be handled since he's only half done. No ammo, half done, half health. Okay, got some bullets. Locke has figured out how to decipher. It sucks. Who will they pick this time? The other character is that one guy with the long hair and the sword. Okay, it's gun time. They both went for this. feel like they've chosen poorly again. I feel like this is taking forever compared to what it should be. I did another escape sequence though, so that's me. That's my luck. They couldn't have chosen the same character for every level because Eevee is not available on that one. They don't always give you 3. But he did go straight back to her, and now he's got to do an escape with her as punishment. I think she consistently has the worst ones. The arcade shooter is really the best one. Because it's easy. Can't really lose that one. It's fast, too. Game over. I feel like they're not changing their characters much. And you know what? That's fair, since they don't know which ones are which. I told them to write down the passwords, mostly because if they don't like one of these enough, they could hard reset and type in the password and choose someone else to do. Because some of these are pretty rough, man. If you try to jump going up the stairs like you would in Mario Brothers, it slows you down and you just end up dying in this, is that a locust swarm in the museum? I don't know. It's coming though. Hey, give it up for the mummy and its 10 different game over screens. What is this banger? How can this be? How can a game like this have a song like this? Oh no, right at the end, Locke didn't jump! I knew this game would make me yell. Both players having a terrible time. I actually didn't game over much on this. I did it on the runner. That's the only one that really got me to fail. Not too badly. I didn't think it was as hard as High Seas Havoc is. It's been 8 minutes. The bus level is, I want to say, 2 levels away from the escape of the museum there, which is what ffao's doing right now. I want to say it's right down the road from here. They're pretty close. Okay, let's see if Luck can do this jump this time. ffao has beaten that stage. He's on the bus. This is it. And here's the arcade shooter. Locke is having a hell of a time with the end of this. For some reason, the worst part of it for him is the very end. Each time, just over and over again, taking a death on the end of a long running stage. It's destroying Locke's time. There's a time limit on the gunner stage. It's pretty generous though. I don't think they're going to fail it because you can just duck and dodge forever and there's hearts aplenty. Locke is rushing the heck out of this and I don't think it's working. They got a lot of health. Just need to not take hits from everything here at this point. Alright. The jump. He's made it. No, he hasn't. Locke can't do the jump. Man. I'm like baffled that he hasn't gone back and switched stages, but maybe he doesn't have the password. ffao has failed the gunning section. So it's not over yet on the mummy. This is the final stage. The bus. So Locke has to beat this runner stage that they've been stuck on forever, clear yet another runner stage, and then do the bus level that ffao's on now. There are 3 levels to go. ffao's only 1. That's how far behind they've fallen since they got stuck on all of this. Just cannot get through the museum. I don't know about the jump, but everything else they're just having trouble with is rushing related. Just trying to skip content. Not allowed. The game will not permit you to damage boost. You get stunned and wiped out by everything. Here comes that jump again, folks. Oh, man. Oh, man. I can't believe he hasn't given up on this stage yet. Silkworm is it's a shmup. You can choose between flying and jeep. It's pretty interesting. Pretty good music. Let's play it. The Jeep has a turnable gun, and it can jump 1 time. It is simply harder to play than the heli is, in every conceivable way. Did Luck make it? I didn't see him make the jump, but they must have. There's the password. P3C, etc. Eevee again. They really are doing similar routes here. I was wondering if I'd see other stages for the escape or not, but I guess we'll never know. Unless somebody feels like loading up and beating the mummy for me and showing me alternate stages. So this is a shmup on the right, and it's going to be a difficult one because of the Jeep constriction. Cannot evade a lot of stuff. Oh, man. Oh, that was close. These running stages, dude. A box, and it's over. A table. Couldn't duck enough. Oh, man. You don't have a whole lot of time to react. You have to knock over the dude in front of you or you're dead. Dove instead of jumped. Locke still has time to save on the mummy game here, but they are falling behind on Silkworm. Silkworm shouldn't be terribly difficult, but if you're not good at shmups, it could be troublesome, especially because of the lack of dodge. That's really making you have to wipe out pretty tanky enemies quickly, ultimately, is what happens. And the power-up is well guarded on that twin-headed thing. You have to kind of get it around. It uses his head as a shield, so that's the power-up holder. You have to take him out. Why is Locke having trouble with the dodge rolls? You gotta dodge roll twice in a row. Yeah, that's the ticket. He's practicing those rolls. Oh no. They're mixing up their buttons a lot. Oh, doesn't get closer than that on the mummy, man. Right in that scarab swarm. And through the table. Oh, man. And out. All right. On the bus. At last. The bus has entered the building. Now, what stage will they pick? There are two. We saw the shooting one. There is one where they're on top of the bus. Will there be any divergence at all? No. They're both going for the same stages the whole way through somehow. I wonder what the odds of that are. This one may be faster, I'm not sure though. Locke's having trouble already with this coconut battle. I don't know. Default selection? I don't think so. Sometimes. We have a boss in Silkworm. One of many. The missile it fires is so fast. Back to the beginning for ffao. Is that boss one? Weren't expecting a boss in a game like Silkworm? I would expect many a boss, and not easy ones either. Locke's a fast reloader, man. And through. He's finished the mummy with 30 seconds to spare. They're both on the last game here. This isn't easy. I feel like it is easy with the helicopter until you get to the bosses. The Jeep, though, pretty rough most of the time. The upgrades really help a lot, but they don't help enough to make it easy. It's still pretty rough. Twin. Okay, that was boss 1 that was holding him up. It's a hard shot to land. You don't get a whole lot of continues in this. That is to say, you don't get any. They need to beat it with all the lives they have. I guess you do get a continue, but it sets you back to the start, which is not gonna help with this boss fight. Being an auto-scroller that it is, it's kind of slow losing progress like that. Locks at the boss. I think Locke thinks he's doing damage, which is false. Actually, being cornered slowly, wasting time here, doesn't have a whole lot of time left. Hasn't achieved anything yet. Has learned. And was destroyed. But time is running out. Doesn't want to do it the way it's meant to be done because the way it's done sucks, but it is the way. They are defeated. Level 3. It's not that close, because ffao is a couple minutes ahead. If they cannot beat this game, Locke is out. Boss 1 is apparently tough. It's fine. Lokheira's beating it. Look at that sky difference. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to clear this. Yeah, I wish you could, I never like auto-scrollers. They're part of a shmups legacy, though. They always have this. Wish you could control it a little bit. There's a second boss. Now, its missile, the most dangerous part of it, is not as dangerous against the Jeep. It still shoots a whole bunch of stuff. The helicopter has to swoop in there and deal with that instant shot. Hey, nice. Oh man, ffao got taken out. That's too bad. I thought they almost had that one. Just couldn't survive it. The song is back. Welcome to the Magenta Sky. Wave 2. Heli's terrible. Can't score a single time. Just gets taken out immediately. Locke still has time if they get a good run here to beat this and win this challenge, maybe. I don't know how much time they have exactly. Gonna win ffao finished Mummy Returns. They did a pretty good job on it, but they didn't beat it instantly either. And they took 20 on the first game. Bonus for Jeep. Locke has all the power-ups here. You do lose one when you die each time, but the machine gun power-up really takes these bosses down fast. If they could hold on to it and just do some damage to this thing. They lost it, but they did quite a bit. I don't think that boss is going to last much longer. It does have a lot of health. There it goes. Oh, it took him out with him. He couldn't evade. Oh, no. Gotta restart level 2. Just needed to jump out of the way. He just stopped playing after he killed it. He thought he was done. He ain't safe. There's a missile in there. Damn shame. That's gonna cost. That was big. I want to see what the next boss looks like, and if the Jeep would be good against it. Let me see. On the Citrus Skies. Wave 3. It's pretty much boss 1 again. The helicopter looks like it does not enjoy the fight. But it is more or less the first boss all over again. I don't think they'd have trouble with it. Any more than they had trouble with the first boss, anyway. Val's back here, fighting this boss again. Trying to get in some shots without taking hits. These are some tanky things, these tanks.
Hello Smite, I want to commend your bravery in eating the medicinal sauce special the other day. Good stuff.
Thank you. I think ffao's giving up. Says Silkworm is not beatable. I feel like most of it is not too bad. The bosses are rude. Lokheira has beaten boss 2. It does fall pretty fast when you have full power-ups and you don't take any hits yourself. You don't get downgraded. I did this in a gong show and I made it through Citrus stage with the helicopter, and then I tried the Jeep for a bit. I remember this. I'm gonna play my own music since the soundtrack on this is not too long. Let's see what we got in here. I remember dealing with this stuff. I wonder where my Gong Show playthrough this is. This is a co-op game. World record 21 minutes. There's the boss. Is this it? Here he comes. Very familiar format on this guy. He opens up, fires a big old jet plane missile. Shuts up again. If Locke can just keep doing exactly what they're doing, exactly, for a little while, they'll have this boss beaten. They don't have infinite time. The thing is crawling at them and limiting the space they have to move. That's it. Locke is done. I gotta figure out what ffao's time is. Says 3 stages, too many stages. I think that Locke may have lost because they let the boss kill them. The boss of stage 2. Let me do some math here. Let's find out. Let's take a look at the clip and determine our winner right now. Well, to start with, I think that ffao started Mummy Returns 30 seconds earlier. "20 seconds earlier. So that's a penalty I'll be applying. Okay, let me write this down here. ffao finished the Mummy Returns at 12:25 minutes. Block. Locke finished it at enough time to save 30 seconds. Their time's accurate. I don't need to worry about that too much. I need to see when ffao. So since ffao took 20 minutes, we could just add 40 to this. Their time is 52:25. Locke's time is 58:50. I wonder how much time they lost having to redo stage 2. Anyway, we have hit the hour mark. The Mummy Returns was a big changer there, the big difference maker. Hey, I'm gonna invite them both in for commentary if they want. Go race. I do so many gong shows, it's hard to find the one that was in. It's in there somewhere. I guess I don't do a whole lot of Nest ones, so that would be the tip. To find that sucker. Hello, Lokheira.
Hey, how's it going?
Nice race. Had some trouble with Mummy Returns.
It's just that one jump. Everything else was like fine. It's just that one awful jump.
I didn't even see you make it when you finally did.
Yeah, it was really annoying. And then I got completely robbed so bad on the last game. I was really mad that I had to do the second stage again. That was fun.
I'm so happy Mummy exists because it seems like I got crushed on the other two games. But then...
Oh no, I barely finished both of them, so... Oh no, High Seas Havoc, I felt like I had it. I just needed like an extra 30 seconds or so to beat the boss.
I couldn't figure out how to damage the boss.
Oh, it's a specific hitbox on... It's really dumb. You can't bounce on him. You have to, like, choose the hitbox thing. It's a real issue once he starts crouching, like, jumping at you, because you have to hit him before he hits you, and it's like, this is awful. But
I just kept hitting him, and then I got bounced back, so I never figured out where the hitbox was.
Yeah, I just couldn't, like, I got to that stupid jump on Mummy Returns, like, so many times, and I just, like, kept missing the pixel perfect. It was like, oh. But, yeah. God, that last game, I felt like I had it if I just didn't get destroyed by that boss. Damn it.
Yeah, I actually... It looks like when I played that game, I beat the first and second boss with all the power-ups, and then I wiped out on the third stage, and we decided to restart it and play as the helicopter. Which was bad at level 3, actually. That's where the helicopter sucks.
Yeah, actually, I think the Jeep is really good. Like, it's bad on the first level, and then it just hurts your hand a little bit, but once you get the upgrades, like, it's not bad at all. Especially once you figure out that if you kill the bottom things, they give you free bombs. So it's like, oh, this is not awful. Yeah.
Well,
jeez.
Havoc has taken 6 victims so far. No one's beaten that challenge yet.
How many hits does that guy take, though?
Probably 8.
8. Oh my god, I was...
He starts to glow.
Gosh, I think I got him to 4, and then I timed out. That's sad. That was fun, though. First tournament ever. It's pretty good. Real good. Also, it's been fun, ffao. Played you the entire time.
Yeah, from group to the bracket, all the way.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, ffao. You have done it. Mummy Returns was the big one for you. You both chose the exact same characters the whole way, and I feel like you both suffered for it. You both played some of the worst stages that there are. You just refused to ever change that. Exactly the same stages the entire time. You had the option to change characters, and it changes everything when you do. The entire format of each one has changed. I feel like the gunning stage where you're like a time shifter cop gunning behind a bench is the easy format, and that's the one to shoot for. No pun on that. Just hiding behind benches is real easy. Just turns out to be a really easy thing to win. Versus sword fighting, which takes a million years. Running from a swarm, which is really nasty. And what's the other one? The gunning run stage thing is awful. Looks like I didn't even know that would existed. actually. Thanks for that knowledge.
Oh, that one was actually kind of fun. It's just that one jump was terrible.
Yeah, the gunning was okay. I
Yeah.
didn't want to switch because I would need to go all the way back to the title screen and then input a password, and I figured that would take too much time.
And I was just mashing. The sword fighting one was bad, but other than that, everything else was pretty fun.
Yeah, sword fighting was terrible. You just mashed until the other guys decided to die.
The real question is, how did I do on that second boss? Let's take a look.
I actually kind of want my revenge. I one-shot the entire. Like, I played the first 2 stages so fast the last time, and I was like, oh, I got here in like a minute.
He doesn't start glowing. He just takes like 8 hits. This guy. I beat him in 21 minutes from the start of the game when we raced this blind. It looks like. I don't remember if I think we used save states at the start of each level is what we did in this goofy race. Man, the level after that is pretty gross too. Jeez.
I'm just happy that every game wasn't completely awful this time around. Like, they're playable. Unlike Motion Sickness, Airplane Simulator, NES.
Well,
That game.
I gave you guys a skip on level 1 of High Seas Havoc to save you some time, but it's just not enough time. That boss is too annoying, and the balloons on the way to him I feel like are almost as bad as he is.
I think it was actually perfect. Like, once you figure out that you can just hold down the jump button, the balloons don't do anything. So it's actually like a good skip, but
It took me 10 minutes to figure that out. So.
Well, my host over to Thai Tuesday. Val, you'll be playing another match with us. That's going to be up against, let me see here. A tall man. Whenever you feel like scheduling that. And Lokheira, thanks for joining us and getting all this way.
no problem. It's been fun.
We'll see you next time, folks. The next match for this is on Tuesday at 7:30. That will be my only show that night. Well, we'll see you tomorrow for Arcade Pit, and I'll probably be on tonight at some point doing something. I'm not sure yet if I will be or what it would be. Y'all have a good night.